Welcome to the Spring National Honor Society Induction. My name is Rida Alam, and I'm the president for this year. Students have been selected due to their astonishing achievements in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. You should all be proud of your achievements. At this time, I would like to announce the officers for this year. Treasurer is Ananya Jayamurthy. Service Learning Coordinator is Yana Jatova. Secretary is Samra Khalid, and Vice President is Clea Tozluku. At this time, Mayor Joseph Petty will say a few words.
Hi, I'm Joe Petty, the Mayor of Worcester. I want to thank you for having me today as your guest speaker for the Shrewsbury National Honor Society. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of the National Honor Society, so this is indeed a special day. The National Honor Society is a prestigious and distinguished club with a long and rich history of impressive members. Becoming a member is a real honor. You should be all proud. I was asked to speak today about the 4 principles of the National Honor Society: character, leadership, service, and scholarship. These are principles that have guided my political career for over 20 years. I want to share with you some of those lessons I've learned in that time. I was born in Worcester and lived here most of my life. After years of coaching Little League and becoming more involved in the community, I ran for city council and was first elected in 1998. I went to politics because I cared how my city was growing and wanted to be at the table to make the hard decisions that our city faced. Becoming mayor wasn't my goal when I started, but opportunities arose over time, and I was able to run for this position. I've been mayor for the city of Worcester for almost 10 years now, and I have some truly amazing moments in that time. Introducing President Obama when he spoke at the Worcester Technical High School, or just last week throwing out the first pitch at Polar Park, home of the Woo Sox. But if you had told me when I first ran for council that one day I would share the stage with the President of the United States, multiple presidents in fact, I would never have believed you. Our lives don't always work out like we plan, but that's not always a bad thing. The road of life leads us in many directions, and along the road, we discover new things, meet new people, and sometimes get new opportunities. As former Colorado Senator Gary Hart once said, the beaten path is the easy path, but the easy path seldom leads to the future. So don't be afraid to take the more difficult path. I think of character as the lesson that we have learned from our parents, from our teachers, and in my case, from 2 decades in elected office, from 2 decades of listening and talking with people of my city. These conversations and lessons have shaped me. I hope I've grown my understanding of how our city lives, breathes, and grows. After a decade of being mayor, I can honestly tell you that decisions don't always get easier. The hard choices are still hard. The thing I keep reminding myself is that if these decisions were easy, they wouldn't need leaders to make them. The reason I'm asked to address these issues is because of my position. Most often than not, the issues we address, housing, health, wealth equity, or economic development, are not issues that we've created locally. They are the result of systems that are sometimes generations old and decisions made on Capitol and Beacon Hill. But we are still asked to help fix or address these issues and the same issues locally. Hopefully, it is my character that helps guide these decisions. On scholarship and service, I want to speak to both of these concepts as one, because they are inextricably connected. For me, part of service to your community or service to others, is about learning constantly. To put yourself in the position of service is to ask to learn how others experience their daily lives, whether it's food insecurity or health disparities or any of the hundreds of issues that residents of our state face every day. To be of service to others, you need to learn how they live and see the world. The best way to do this is through talking with people who look differently than you, or live differently than you, or love differently than you. Not only do you have the opportunity to learn something new, but you also can make a friend and create a lasting relationship. After a decade of mayor, I've been asked whether or not I'm going to run again for office. And I can tell you right now I am. I'm running again for the same reason I ran for the first time in 1998, because I think I can be of use and of service to the people of this city. I think I can still be of service because I think that I'm still learning. The world is not a static, unmoving thing. Culture changes, mores change, and the demand of the public change. The nature of city government changes too. Leaders need to learn and grow along with their communities. Concerning leadership, I want to add a characteristic that isn't normally associated with the topic, and that is empathy. I am lucky. On a normal week before the COVID-19 pandemic, I usually had 2 or 3 events or meetings every night. Some days it was Red Sox President Larry Lucchino or major developers, but days talking with parents and other issues their students are having at school or in neighborhood meetings, hearing the concerns about crime or homelessness or addiction. I remember one very emotional evening not long after Donald Trump was elected. I was asked to meet with an undocumented family who lived in fear of being deported. They lived in the shadows of Whistler for years. The son went to Bancroft School and was about to attend a prestigious college. But he was afraid. He was afraid that his mother would be deported while he was away. No one should live in that kind of fear. In every one of these instances, understanding the perspective of the person in front of me and responding accordingly requires empathy. It is a required trait for anyone in the leadership role today, and frankly, an integral part of being a constructive member of today's society. As you receive your National Honor Society Award today and move on in your lives, you will find a different world and a different set of problems than I faced. The pandemic of COVID-19 has taught us valuable life lessons, where it was really important. The killing of George Floyd has taught us a different set of lessons. In closing, I want to say that you're all moving out into the uncertain world as you grow through high school and beyond. This is nothing you don't know, since many of you spent the last year doing your work, classwork, remotely. But you are going out into the world smarter, more aware, and with more information and possibilities within your reach than any generation before you. The principles that the National Honor Society values, the values character, leadership and scholarship, and service, will serve you well in whatever lies ahead of you. Congratulations to you, to your parents, and to your teachers who have prepared you for this uncertainty that lies ahead. And thank you again for having me here today.
Thank you, Mayor Petty, for those words. Now, Mr. Bazidlo will give a few words.
I want to thank you for watching our remote ceremony to celebrate and recognize the 2021 inductees to the National Honor Society. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the current members of the National Honor Society who have served as outstanding role models for our school community. And those who are prepared to meet success long after they've graduated from SHS. Our entire community wants to wish you all the best as you enter the next phase of your life. To our inductees, congratulations. You've demonstrated the work ethic and commitment to the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. This ceremony is a tribute to your determination in meeting the strict criteria for admission into the Shrewsbury High School National Honor Society. And you should be rightfully proud of your accomplishment. I certainly wish we could all be together with your families to celebrate your accomplishment tonight. It certainly has been a year like no other. We've come a long way from March 2020, where we were hunkered down with our families, away from our school, our teachers, and your friends. During this time, many of us missed out experiencing many milestones, maybe a 16th birthday celebration, participation in our annual spring musical, or maybe you had an abbreviated athletic season. But the past 443 days, your self-efficacy has helped shape who you are and your success. Now you're probably thinking, self-efficacy? What is self-efficacy? And what is he talking about? Well, these are all good questions, which I hope to answer in a bit. But when considering my remarks, I thought, what on earth could I tell these students to inspire them and make my remarks memorable as we near the reopening of our state and country? And believe me, it's hard to do after a global health pandemic. I am certain many of you are more eloquent, and most of you could provide me a tutorial on the best TikTok videos out there. So please bear with me as I attempt to share a few thoughts with you about our proven and future success and how it relates to the 4 pillars of NHS. I recently listened to a podcast with Angela Duckworth, who is a professor of psychology from the University of Pennsylvania and is probably more well known as the author of the book Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. In the podcast, she discussed Stanford psychologist Albert Bandura and his concept of self-efficacy. Dr. Bandura, who celebrated his 95th birthday this past December, defined self-efficacy in 1977 as people's beliefs in their capabilities to exercise control over their own functioning and over events that affect their lives. Or to put it in more simple terms, self-efficacy is a person's belief in their ability to succeed in a particular situation. Psychologists have found that people's beliefs about their own abilities have a profound effect on those abilities. If you have confidence, work hard, and think you will do well, the research suggests that you will do well. But what happens when things don't go your way? When you encounter obstacles or failure? According to Bandura, people who have a good sense of self-efficacy, exercising and managing control of events that occur to you, bounce back from failure. They approach things in terms of how to handle them rather than worrying about what could go wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Worrying about risks and trying to mitigate risk is important, but to do so and understand how you handle those obstacles and failure all the while not being consumed with worry. So as we consider your self-efficacy and the 4 pillars of NHS, I want you to consider the following questions. Will you have the strength of character to overcome adversity while staying true to the principles and values? Will you seek out more knowledge through scholarship to increase your abilities to persevere through difficulty and learn from your mistakes? Will you demonstrate leadership by modeling these behaviors and persevering on what could go right and have faith and courage in your own abilities? And how will you provide service to those in need or those who may have difficulty navigating their own self-efficacy? So what does this mean for you? Well, you are talented, but you certainly continue to improve each and every day. But know that ability is not a fixed property. You can grow in understanding the environment and how you react to situations or self-efficacy. There's a huge variable in how you perform. And if you understand this and are willing to help others out, you're on the road to better yourself and everyone. Regardless, the 4 pillars of NHS will help to contribute to your development, self-efficacy, and can serve as a foundation for your motivation, well-being, and personal accomplishment. You're an outstanding and accomplished group of young men and women, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you live the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, how you demonstrate Bandura's idea of self-efficacy, and what you will do to leave your legacy here at Shrewsbury High School. Congratulations, and I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Bazidlo. I would just like to say welcome again to the induction for Shrewsbury High School's chapter of the National Honor Society. Continuing with the program, we will review the qualifications for National Honor Society acceptance. Acceptance into Shrewsbury High School's chapter of the National Honor Society is the result of the effective demonstration of these 4 qualifications: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Now, my fellow NHS officers will review these qualifications with us.
My name is Samra Khalid, and I am Secretary of National Honor Society. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
My name is Yana Jotova, and I'm the Service Learning Coordinator for the National Honor Society. My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
My name is Ananya J. Morthy, and I am the Treasurer for National Honor Society. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice. the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members.
Hello, everyone. My name is Clara Tozluku. I'm the Vice President of the National Honor Society. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides one through life and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trust, worthiness, fairness, and caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Please repeat after me the National Honor Society Pledge. I pledge to maintain a high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously, to be a leader, and to give of myself freely in service to others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society.